Hey guys, this is Rosa Kelly. Today we're going to be doing a fun unboxing for the AtomStack mini laser cutter and engraver. So we're going to be opening this up together, setting it up and putting it to the test. Hi guys, so welcome back to the channel. So I was very excited to be reached out by AtomStack to put their cutter to the test. There's so many things that we can make with this, like we can have some engraving on woods, we can make chipboard little pieces to put in our mini albums as covers, and I am super excited because I'm always looking for the right like chipboard sentiment to put on projects or to create little layers with chipboard or wood and just kind of have more 3D things and engraved things. So without further ado, we're gonna put this to the test. We're gonna put it together. Let's get to it. So here is the machine that I unboxed, and it also comes with all these items here. So you have the charger. It looks like it has with a second engraving, I don't know what it's called, but a second motor to do different kinds of materials. Then you have all your plugging outlets, these to connect to your computer, and it also comes with this little piece of wood that you can use to kind of practice on and do a test, a run, and then all these other little pieces that you can use to connect Bluetooth to your phone. And it does also come with a software that you can download to get all of the different templates that they have. And then up here, looking at this on the side, you can connect different accessories. Computer, here's where you put in your power, and then it does have an emergency shutdown button. And up here you have some buttons for kind of like repeat the print that you just did and start and pause. Then over here this opens up, and here's where you will put the material that you want to cut. On the manual here you do get a very detailed description of what everything is for each one of those buttons that I just show you. And yeah, so it seems to be pretty straightforward to set up. Now it's also going to show you here step-by-step pictures on how to set up the little motor and how to replace the model. So I'm gonna use that manual to set up the focus to the material that I'm going to cut. So it looks like you have to do this setup before you're gonna cut anything. So some materials might be thicker, so we're just gonna place it on the little cutting board, and we're going to unlock. There's a little thing over here that you can unlock. So we're just gonna do that. Sorry if my hand's in the camera. Okay, so once you release that, it's gonna allow for this to go up and down, and you're gonna lower this little arm and just basically measure where that stops right there. So you got now the thickness of this material, and then you're going to lock this so it's not moving, and then you're gonna put the little arm back up. So now it's ready to go for the material that you want to use. Then also here it gives you a QR code to download the app for your phone to control the device from your phone, but it also gives you a link to download the software from the computer. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set it up on my computer. So now that we have everything out of the package, I am just going to plug this in to the power, and I'm going to connect it to my computer, download the software, and put it to use. I do want to show you step by step what I'm doing. So if this video is too detailed, I apologize, but I'm setting this up as a complete beginner on these laser cutters, and hopefully this will be a good resource for you as well if this is your first time setting up one of these devices. So all I did was type the AtomStack on the internet here, and it automatically gave me the website to download. So all you're gonna do is select which type of computer, or if you want to set it up for your phone, your Mac. So I'm just gonna set it up for my Windows, and it is downloading the software right now, so I'm just gonna let that run. But also I do want to see like all these other examples that they give you here. So it says it supports multiple device platforms, and it's give you some examples of the little pieces that you can cut. So you can cut in layers all these pieces and then like put together a very cool layer design. So it shows you all the materials that you can use this on. You can engrave on metal, wood. You can also cut wood pieces, chipboard pieces, so it looks really cool to play with. And here are some examples of the projects that are done using this machine. So look how cool these little chipboard pieces are, and then you can do little shadow boxes with these, which I am really excited about, kind of using these as a tool to create a 3D crafting projects, since that is what I love to do. And yeah, excited to get this going. Okay, so I went ahead and downloaded the program, so it is already here, and I went ahead and connected the laser cutter to the power outlet and also to the computer. So now you can see up in here that the project is showing. So the first thing that you do when you open the software is going to show you here on the top right corner to connect device. So you just click on it, plug in the cable, or make sure the cable is plugged in, and then it's just gonna read your cutter. So now that we have the design screen here ready, we're gonna go ahead and use the templates and create a design. So to make this quick, I'm going to go to the project little icon and select in one of these many designs. You can see they have a very cute little things that you can use to engrave. You can also do this type of pattern cuts on a piece of wood or chipboard. And look at this cute little doggy, so pretty. So I think I'm gonna do something like this. So there's also little options up on the top. So you have Christmas projects, there is Halloween, let's see, Christmas. You can make like little ornaments. Oh, these are all so cute. I'm gonna have a little fun with this machine here. But then there is Halloween. So in general, just all kinds of different things, right? So you can make chipboard pieces like that. Oh, I love these little coffins. But anyway, it's not Halloween yet, so I'm gonna go to cutting and see what other options we have in here. Oh, I think, okay, so here's when you can find more options on like cutting the wood piece. So I'm right now just using the wood piece that came with the machine as a sample, but I have so many chipboard pieces that this is gonna be a great way to use all of those scrap chipboard pieces. So look at all the options here. Oh, I love the little angel, but I think I'm gonna just go for this type of flower decoration. So it's asking me if I want to import, and I'm gonna press a yes. I'm gonna put not save because I think I had nothing there to save. And okay, so here is the design. I also noticed here that you can type in your own word and just kind of personalize something. If you wanted to just make a circle and put like a name on top, you can do that as well, but I'm not gonna do that. So I'm just gonna press start and see how it works. So I see that I have a warning. It says hit the limit. I don't really know what that means, but I'm just gonna make sure that this is on the cutting area. Okay, so it is going. One thing that I didn't do in camera and it was not starting is because you're supposed to select everything and press home. So I selected everything and press home, and it brought the pointer to the beginning place. So that's why it wasn't going the first time. And so now we're gonna see the laser cutter in action. So the cutting is done, and I'm gonna take this out. So I did wait about 5 minutes. I noticed there is a little bit of like a smell, and I think it's from the burning of the wood piece. So just something to be aware. I do have the window open, and this is right behind the window. But yeah, so if you're gonna be doing multiple, make sure it is a place that is well ventilated. But yeah, so here is the piece. Look how pretty this looks. Wow. So it is engraved, and this took about, I don't know, I want to say 15 minutes. And so look how pretty this turned out. So okay, so now I'm gonna start a new project, and I am going to be making a personalized name or sentiment to put in a book. So I'm gonna put my first and I want to do something that says like my first year, so I can put it on a baby book that I want to work on. So this one says my first, and I'm gonna do another one that says year here, my first year. And I think that will be super fun. And then we can also do like a name to personalize, right? Or I can put something like graduation. So I'm gonna start with this, and I am just gonna go ahead and set this to cut. So I'm gonna use a piece of chipboard, and so I'm gonna put that on the little cutter, and I'm just gonna close this here so that is ready. Now you can play with these layers. So each one of these colors is a layer, so you can emboss a layer, and you can select to have a layer and basically cut. So up here, I'm gonna do a close-up. You have the color black, which is the color of my layer here, and over here you can on mode change from line, which basically is embossing, to cut or to fill. So fill basically would be kind of like doing a little shade, and cut would be to cut the outline of everything that is this black line here. So let's try this and see how this will come out. Now my little chipboard piece, I think is a little bit smaller than the board, so maybe I'm going to move these down. So this point here, the left button will be your 0,0, right? So basically when you put your little piece on the board, so my chipboard piece, this is where you want to put it, and you can see mine is smaller than the actual cutting line, but that's okay. So I just want to make sure that here I'm not going all the way to this side because my piece is smaller. So I'm just gonna put that right there, and you can also change the font and kind of play with all the presettings, but we're just gonna keep it simple and we're gonna start with this one. So I'm just gonna press start. Okay, so here's the first pass that I did using my first year words, and then I went ahead and found a different font which look like this, and I realized I had it on the engrave mode when I run this, so I run it again and here it is. Look, the letters are just falling out of the chipboard and I'm just so happy with this. So definitely a little bit of trial and error, like getting used to the settings and stuff, but this is exactly what I wanted to have. I just love how that turned out. I am excited to create so many different things using this new toy that I have, so I'm gonna have the link down below. I just have endless possibilities now to personalize projects and books and just make really beautiful memory books and just many other projects. I also learned that the other laser cutter that they sent, you can use that to engrave on metal and jewelry and things like that. So definitely a lot of possibilities. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I'm gonna have the link down below to this particular machine here. And also they have so many different laser cutters, but I love how practical and small this one is. Perfect for beginners, as you can see. Thank you so much to AtomStack for sending me this device to kind of play with and review. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.